Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to a very different video as we take a look at the man, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is arguably the biggest superstar in all of WWE right now. She's been suspended, she's been arrested, the crowd are going crazy for her. It's going to be WrestleMania. Apparently this year. Looks like she's going to be in that main event. Looks like she'll be taking on Ronda Rousey. Charlotte could be in that match as well. We're not sure at this stage. It's all a little bit up in the air. But I think when all the dust settles, we will be getting Becky Lynch against Ronda Rousey in that main event match. So I thought now was as good a time as ever to have a look at all of the WWE Mattel action figures for Becky Lynch. And amazingly, there's not been that many. There really hasn't been that many. They've made more Bayley figures than they have Becky Lynch. And I think the reason for that is because Becky gets pushed and she has a nice run and then they really pull back on her. She can go, or has gone, quite a while without even being on TV. She is red hot right now, though. Absolutely on fire. Straight fire. So now feels as good a time as any to make this video. So let's go back and have a look at her first time to line. You can see it right here. This is Basic Series 62. It's got first time to line on the packaging. It's got Divas on the packaging as well. This is obviously before the women's division. This is when it was the Divas division. And this is her first Mattel figure. And wow. Wow. I have never seen a more depressed figure in all my life. I was critical of this when it came out. I'm still critical of it now. She looks so glum. It's as if someone has said to this figure, Becky, this is how you're going to be booked over the next few years. And she's like, oh. She is so down. She comes with great goggles, though. Great goggle accessories. And the ring attire is okay. But honestly, first time to line, you've got to be a big fan to want to pick that up. Next, we've got Elite 49, and I honestly thought this was a big improvement. This was a big step forward. I wasn't too sure about it at first, but it's really grown on me. And it comes with a great entrance jacket. Comes with a hat. The hat is really confusing me. I really like the ring attire. And I think the face scan is much better, of course, than the super depressed Becky that what we saw before. I can tell you that it says this is based on her ring attire from January 2016 on Raw. So I went back and I watched all of the January Raws from 2016 and I cannot find her wearing this attire. I can find her wearing a jacket. I can find her wearing this kind of ring gear. But I can't find that hat. I cannot find her wearing that hat. I don't know if it was like a backstage segment. There are pictures of her wearing a hat. I'm sure she has wore a hat in her life. But yeah, just a little bit confusing as to exactly where this comes from. It doesn't really matter because, as I said, it was definitely a big step forward. I've got to say, though, whilst I was doing that research, I found this attire. This is from January 2016 on Raw, and it looks absolutely epic. This would have made a fantastic Mattel figure. I'm sure they would have made it had she have wore it at like WrestleMania or SummerSlam or something like that. But still, I thought it looked absolutely awesome. Right, let's move on to our third figure, Basic 82, and I'm afraid this was a step backwards for me. I'm not into that face, that big smiley face that doesn't really look like Becky Lynch. I think the hair actually takes a lot away from this figure. Decent detail on the belt and above the boots, but I don't like that painted top. I'm really critical of the painted tops because you can still see like the belly button indentation. It's meant to be a t-shirt, so you're not meant to see the belly button. And this says 100% bad lass. It's honestly, it's just flat. I'm not a fan. And sadly, as we move on to our next figure, they used the same face, the same head. This is the Walmart exclusive Elite. At least this comes with the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, and I think I'm right in saying this was the first time that belt was actually made in the Mattel line. And this figure is based on Backlash 2016. When Becky Lynch won the title. Not only did she win it, she became the first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion, so really big moment in her career. And very cool that that has been honoured in figure form. And then, honestly, I would say the best Becky Lynch figure for me, Battle Pack. With Charlotte. This came out fairly recently. I want to say Battle Pack Series 55. I could be wrong on that. Hard to tell if it's the same face scan because obviously the hair sculpt is different. I think it is. But this just looks so much better. The straight hair just looks so much better. And I know what you're thinking as well. Does that top come off? The answer is kind of. It kind of comes off. You can take it off. She's just got like a black vest underneath. So nothing exciting. No detail or anything underneath. But not only that, it's close to impossible to get this jacket off and over her hair. I honestly don't think it's meant to come off. So if anyone was wondering, because I know I was when I first saw this set. Comes with a great Charlotte figure as well. I think that is such a strong battle pack. One of my favourite battle packs. I really, really do rate it highly. And that is it. That is all the figures that Mattel have made of Becky Lynch. So no The Man figure yet, but we're sure to see one. We're sure to see one. It takes Mattel about 12 months to make figures. Actually, you know, start designing them, making a prototype, getting that prototype signed off, manufacturing, getting the packaging sorted, sending them out to shops. That takes around about 12 months. So I reckon SummerSlam time, you might start seeing The Man, Becky Lynch figures. And honestly, I would say that is probably the most urgent figure that Mattel need to get out right now. I'm sure they've got several people working on that at the moment. I thought we would end this video by having a look at some customs, some alternative Becky Lynches that other people had made. Here's our first one. This one comes courtesy of Diva Adore 123 on eBay. I think it looks great. I think it looks really, really good. You can see they've used one of the figures we looked at earlier as the basis, and then they've just kind of gone to town. I love the fishnets. She wore fishnets a lot. I think she still does, actually. So I think that really does bring something to the figure. And I love it. I think it looks very, very cool. Next up, we've got Total Diva Customs. This is kind of a similar attire, the fishnets again. But you can see they've actually tried to totally change the face on that. I think they've done okay. I think it's okay. Overall, I think the figure is quite interesting. You can get some really great customs out there. Sticking with Total Diva Customs, of course, I had to end with a The Man figure. Here we go. Look, Becky Lynch, The Man, with The Man top on. And it looks like it's got a bit of a jacket as well. So that is a custom that is out there. That is just a little taste of what Mattel might be working on. I really hope we get a cloth The Man t-shirt. It'd be great if we got like a leather jacket as well to come with it. We're probably looking at like a Defining Moments though, or an Ultimate Edition for all of that detail. So we'll have to wait and see. But certainly an exciting time for Becky Lynch fans. And we're bound to get some epic figures as a result. There we go then, guys. That was everything that we needed to look at for Becky Lynch. They have made some of these kinds of figures, but we don't tend to touch on those too much. But thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully, see you again next time. Bye for now.